Because Fuck You, That's Why is a founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Do you want to talk about our Vegas trip?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a drink on and chill.
Because we haven't told Augie all the shit that went down. Apparently you've been keeping shit from him, but still saying some of the shit from the Vegas trip to him?
Yep. I've been saying it, just not explaining it. Because it gets in my head and I can't just keep it to myself. Even if nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, you should fucking eat a bean!
Eat a bean! Those are the beans.
So,
you want to start at the beginning?
Our first day in Vegas was, well...
Awesome.
Dude, sure. I suffered through most of it. Like, the flight kind of sucked. Because we were in the same row, but on opposite sides of the aisle.
Yeah, it was fine for me, but...
And I was sitting next to a couple that absolutely did not want to say word fucking one to me. And I'm like, okay, I will mirror that. So
I get that. I don't talk to people on the planes either. I didn't
say a fucking thing to them either. Well, sure she was unhappy about having to sit next to a big man.
Well... Yeah, maybe.
On a plane, you're always like...
You're always crunched up against people, you don't know and shit.
So anyway, it was a long 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah, at least it wasn't 5.
It could have been worse. It was actually shortened.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
By an apparently godlike pilot, but...
Our pilots are amazing. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't too horrible. Like I listened to.
It sucked for me. Like I didn't have any leg room at all.
Oh yeah.
I was just like fidgeting constantly. I was like, oh, this sucks.
That's the downside of the Southwest. Is like you said earlier, it's only one type of seating.
Yeah.
Like unless you're lucky enough to get into a fucking emergency exit, or like the front. Like that's it.
You're one of the first 4 people on the plane you might get a seat with some leg room, but after that, nope.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Nope, you're screwed.
That part sucks.
But anyway, we got to Vegas, and I hadn't eaten anything.
Before we even got there, I brought my tablet with me so I could play Stardew Valley on the plane, and I only got 3 days into the stupid game because I was listening to an amazing audiobook. Yeah, so I was listening to Thane on the flight to Vegas. My plan was to sleep on the plane, be ready for the time change and all that shit. Nope. I sat there, turned my game off, and just listened to like 4.5 hours of Thane, or 4 hours of Thane. It was awesome. Holy fuck. From like right at the beginning, I'm like, wow, this sounds really good. Like really, really good. Holy fuck. And then like everybody put the emotion into it. It was fucking cool, dude. So yeah, I just want to say I gotta listen to the book. Most of it.
Stevie's actions are not entirely unegotistical because he's in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So.
But I did cry when I was listening to it. So.
Yeah.
It's
you
good.
did that to yourself.
Partially. But you're writing too. Heck yeah. Okay. I just wanted to mention that Thane was available.
You just wanted to mention
that. Yeah, you could probably download it anywhere like audiobooks are like found. And if not, you should ask them to like put it there so you can find it there.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. Tell people that.
Good plan.
Yeah,
I like
it.
See?
See?
I like it.
I'm here.
Alright, so now that we're done sucking my dick, can we go back to the fucking...
I mean, if you're not going to finish yet.
I guess I'm not going to finish.
Oh, let's go on.
We got shit to do.
That's fair, that's fair.
So we get there, I haven't eaten
Yeah.
all day. I didn't eat breakfast before going to the airport because I was stupid. And we get there, and we arrive in Vegas, and it's like, all I've had is like the shit on the plane. Which isn't bad. Like, they got some interesting snacks on planes now.
Yeah, little pretzel rod things.
They weren't exactly pretzels either.
No, they were like sourdough or something. I don't know.
It was sourdough with like monk fruit. Like it was like a vegan snack, but it was still really good.
It's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
It was damn good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
If this is a vegan snack, I should get more. Because damn, maybe we should actually look into this vegan lifestyle.
Right, this vegan thing is not bad at all.
Yeah, those snacks were good.
And then they had like a brownie thing.
They had like brownie crackers.
Chocolate chip brownie crackers.
They were like compressed into like the size of a cracker, but it was a brownie.
Yeah. It was weird.
It was really crunchy. It was
tasty.
It was a good, like, sweet treat.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good job, Southwest.
I don't know if that was
snacks.
vegan. But yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
But they were very solid snacks for the trip down. It just wasn't a full meal.
No.
And I hadn't had one by the time we got in Vegas, and I was like, please feed me a meal. Like, anything. anything. We wander around looking for restaurants that don't exist, and I was like, from the very, like, as soon as we got up to, like, second floor, I'm like, there's a sign over there that says restaurants, and literally nobody listened to me. We wound up, I tried like 2 or 3 times before I gave up, and we just all like walked along this second floor promenade, and it didn't have restaurants per se, it had like food stalls.
Like an eatery, I guess.
And there was one place that looked like it might be a restaurant, but it might not, and it was called like Noodles and whatnot. We eventually wound up eating there, but
yeah.
We looked at it, we're like, it didn't look like a restaurant. It looked like kind of like a stand-up place. You go in, you get the food, and you get the fuck out.
Yeah, not a sit-down place. And we needed a sit-down place.
We desperately needed a sit-down place. But we didn't find one. We walked for like fucking ever, all the way down the hall to the place that was like, it's like a 7-hour wait or something.
Yeah, something stupid, I guess.
And it was like, we're not getting in there, fuck.
It was a good amount of us.
And everywhere else was like, not a food place.
Or it didn't have
closed.
room to sit down or some shit. Yeah.
So we're like, fuck. So we wound up going back and going to the Noodles, and I forget what it was.
I can't remember, but it was like Asian food mixed and Mexican food or something. They had 2 different kitchens.
It's like a fusion style.
In the same place.
Dang.
And the dude was cool, the server, and he was even saying, he's like, the food will come out at different times because they're coming from different kitchens and shit.
No.
Kind of thing.
I don't know what possessed me. I was so hungry, I was just like, what looks like the most amount of food? I wound up getting fucking dim sum.
You got that. It looks awesome. It does. It looked amazing.
Yeah. And I wish it had been. the fucking like the steamed buns.
Yeah.
Have the taste and texture of like cooked paper. Like
cooked paper, wet paper.
Genuinely kind of like wet paper. It was like it's kind of gross. And you get at the pork inside. The pork inside was pretty good. It was like barbecued in a special way.
Nice.
But yeah, the pork inside was pretty good. The problem was that you had to get through the bun to get it. And I eventually stopped like trying to eat it, and I would just rip the bun open and just get at the fucking pork inside. So by the time I'd done eating, I hadn't really had a full meal then either. I had like a handful of pork bits, basically. Like, and I was like, but I was so hungry that I was like, that'll do for now. That'll do.
But before that, our food all came at different times, and I got my food first.
Yeah. They didn't bring all the food out at once. They brought out whoever's was ready first.
Right, as soon as it was ready, they just brought it out. So people were starting to get their stuff, and I got this vegetarian stir-fry thing. Thinking it'd be like a bunch of different vegetables. It was like just beans, stir-fried with like ginger and garlic.
And my food had not arrived yet.
And his hasn't gotten there.
I was still starving.
And people were like pretty much getting all their stuff, so they're starting to pick at their food a little bit. And I'm just like, and I eat one of my beans. No, it was good. And then I grab another bean with one of the forks, and I look at her, and I'm like, eat a bean!
He said it in this real weird fucking voice. It's real low, like almost threatening. Like, you fucking eat a bean.
Eat a bean.
But here's the part where it gets weird.
This is the best part ever.
Somebody misheard and thought it was Erin.
Yeah.
From Bicoastal Bitches who said it.
And on the one eye.
Yeah. And so we're going about our business. We're going to hang out. And this person tells the story, only now it's Erin saying it, which confuses the shit out of Erin, who's like,
Wait,
what? What is it? But everybody in the room is going, eat a bean at her like she was responsible. And so this led to us, like, doing it the entire trip.
Yes!
Like, anytime anybody did something weird or Erin said something odd, someone would respond with, eat a bean!
Eat a bean!
Someone complained they were hungry. Eat a bean.
I love it because Kristin would be like, Erin would complain, and Kristin would be like, you're the one who said it!
And because it sounded like, cunnilingus a little bit,
Yeah.
flicking the bean, eating it, I guess, sure.
Oh, that's so funny.
So we started making those kind of jokes. And then we eventually went to a fucking restaurant where I got served, no shit, beans.
Oh, this is fucking amazing.
And we just kept going. Like, it would not stop. It was... Eat a bean would just keep coming back.
Oh,
Stevie goes to a candy store, buys a bunch of jelly beans.
We're downtown and shit.
Starts handing them out. Eat a bean. It's just something funny that became funny for no fucking reason.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
But we did it the whole trip.
So you
whole trip.
So the whole time you just gaslit Erin.
Yeah,
never
pretty
let her
much.
know that it was you guys.
We did
that
eventually
At the end, no,
let
towards
her
the end,
know
yeah.
that it was
like
how it all started.
A day or two prior, I think, to us leaving.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh, it was great. It was like, no, I said it. You did? She's like, she kept saying, I didn't say it. I didn't start it.
She was denying it for like days.
It was so
It's unreal.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was great. Like, huge props to the Farleys, Kristin and Jeramey for, like,
Yeah,
hooking
they
us
were so much
the
fun.
fuck up. Because this
God.
trip wouldn't have been possible without them.
I mean, they went to
God
such
damn.
extremes. Like, it was... Their kindness and generosity is extraordinary.
It is. It really is.
And I just... this trip was so much better because of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Erin. And
Yes.
Jody.
Yes. And Jason. Yeah. Everybody. Like, it was great.
But we hung out with those seven pretty much
The most. Yeah.
It was us and them.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to be where we were at,
The
at
crew,
for the stay. Yeah.
As it were.
We were staying at the Jockey Club, which was awesome, and we were all in the same area, so
Yeah.
it was nice. And it was close because it was like right in the middle of Bellagio and Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
So it's like right in the alleyway there, so you just like go out and smoke your joint and walk in. If you do that sort of thing. I'm not saying you should do that because you can't smoke marijuana on casino properties. You get in trouble for that, so don't do it. But no, it was great. Like, they hosted us, which was nice, and they hooked us up with freaking breakfast.
They also brought a shitload of stuff.
Holy fuck, they got, like, cherry Pepsi they brought, and then the cran grape,
Yeah.
and then the edibles.
Like 2 liters, like a gallon of cran juice.
Yeah.
Basically.
Holy
And then
fuck.
like 35 cans of Coke Zero and 35 cans
Oh my
of Sprite.
god, yeah.
Like, it was just, there was so much.
Oh.
They bought like a massive box with like 100 packets of fruit snacks in them. I made fucking copious use of that. And
I didn't even notice.
I think
That's
we
awesome.
still didn't even get it down to like half.
Yes.
Like, there was so much left over. I wish I could have taken some.
That's so smart. It's fucking gummies.
Those fruit snacks were damn good. And
Fuck yeah.
Once we got back to the apartment and they revealed the existence of these fruit snacks, my hunger miraculously vanished.
I was like, oh, I'm fine
I
now.
was like, just every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just need to get that line going, that constant feed. You're set.
My tummy was a happy tummy.
Yeah, since we're talking about food, I want to talk about Jeremy's Dutch babies.
Oh my god!
Holy fuck.
Yes. Have you ever heard of a Dutch baby?
No.
Well, coincidentally, I have the recipe now.
Oh, mercy.
Yes. So I'm not going to say it on here because I don't know if it's a family recipe or not, so I don't want to be that kind of dick. But I've got it here.
Well, it's gotta be. You're eating a baby.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and you need at least one of those.
Gotta be a family.
It's stupid
Easiest
simple,
way to
man.
get one is family.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's
it doesn't
great.
have to be.
You can buy them, I suppose.
I mean, you can. It's not around here. But yeah, Jeremy's Dutch babies were amazing. It was a nice, like, kind of a French toast / pancake /
Yeah, kind of like a French toast mixed with a pancake. So
Like
it's like a pancake
egg.
size and texture, but a French toast's taste and feel.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
And it is big. It was over a cast iron, and it
Yeah.
starts on the stovetop, then goes into the oven to finish baking, and then one cast iron is 4 servings, and 1 serving was enough for me.
Yeah.
That quarter piece, I was like, holy crap!
Yeah,
Put some freaking syrup on there.
syrup and
Oh.
some powdered sugar.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good.
It was so delicious.
Holy crap! We gotta
So
make
delicious.
it. But yeah, it was nice. We got to hang out there, which was cool because it was mad chill
Yeah,
and shit.
I am
It's not like a
definitely
bunch
a
of
fan.
people.
Definitely a fan of eating Dutch children,
Yes, me too.
for sure.
They are definitely yummies and filling.
Never gonna get invited to Dutch.
Nope. Never. I don't really remember what happened after. I remember
Were you about to say Dutchland?
but Dutch
No.
It's Holland?
Yes.
I
The
was gonna
Netherlands?
I was gonna say Dutchland. And then, yes, I was going to correct myself and say Netherlands. I'm never gonna get into it.
Another Dutchlands. Yeah, I don't remember the category of things chronologically. Or things even happening. I just know bits and pieces of shit.
We finished the first day just hanging out.
Okay.
I went to bed mad early because I was so tired.
Oh yeah.
Then the first day we went for a walk. Was it to find Ian at first, or?
Oh no, I went to go to the dispensary.
Yeah, you went
So,
to go to the dispensary.
I left to go to the dispensary, and I was like,
he had
cool.
he had a whole adventure, a whole ass adventure.
Oh my god.
That zone.
So I'll just go through this story. So I leave like, all right, cool. Got my hat, got my hoodie, got my cane. I'm ready to go. Let's do this shit. I leave, and as I'm leaving, I got my earbuds in. I'm listening to a podcast, and I'm walking outside, and there's like a wind tunnel, and it's 50 degrees. And I'm like, ooh, the wind's hitting me pretty hard. I'm having to hold my hat on me with my hood on. I'm like, okay, so I get like about 50 feet. I'm by the lobby now. I'm like, nope, duck into the lobby. Too fucking cold. I'm about blowing over. And I thought this dispensary was like a mile away, and I keep checking the map, and it updates when I get outside. No, it's 2.1 miles away.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was gonna walk it, and I'm like, I cannot walk that far. There's no fucking way. It's far for one, and two, no, it's cold and windy. So I ordered an Uber, and I'm like, all right, cool. And dude picks me up. Fucking cool as shit. Dude's like, I'll meet you over at Cosmo. I'm like, cool, it's right here. I walk in, dude's waiting for me at the door, open, all set. I'm like, cool. I bounce in. We start driving, and him and I are having a ball, talking about positivity. It's the morning. We're having a great time, Like, this is great. We had our coffee already and shit, because we were up early. And we're just talking about other stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. And we get to the dispensary. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. He's like, I'll just wait out here. And I'm like, cool. I walk in, and I'm like the second one in line. And I have my New York State medical ID, and I have my federal ID that I got through for the government, through the VA, which had my birth date and all that on it. And he's checking everything. He's like, cool, man, you're going to get a discount here for the medical and or the VA, whichever one's better. I'm like, all right, awesome, rock on. But you can't scan either of the things into the system. They're just not scanning in. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, let me go see if I can talk to a manager and see if I can at least get you in. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because they had a medical thing. And they're trying and they can't. She's like, I am sorry. I can't let you in. And if I can't get you in the system, I can't let you in here. You need like a state ID to scan. Do you have one? I'm like, I do, but it's back in my room. So I'm like, fuck. I was like, it's all good, dude. It's not your fault. It's the machine. So I leave. And I'm like, all right. And dude's like, where's your stuff? I was like, they need a state ID, and I left it at the room. He's like, oh, really? He's like, you want me to take you back? Like, I'll go there, take you, and then back here. And I was like, I don't want to bother you, man. It's all good. He's like, no, it's not a problem at all. He's like, you can just pay me cash. And I was like, okay, so this is where the scam comes in. I'm waiting for it, And he's like, no, man, they're back. And then he's like, I think he's at like $60. And I was like, you know what, that's reasonable for how far it is and everything. And I was checking the Uber prices, and it's starting to get higher because it's already like 9 o'clock at this time, I think. So I was like, oh crap, the numbers have already gone up since I was at the place there. And like, it's going to be cheaper to pay, just got cash. I'm like, cool, man. So we're joking, having a good time on the way back, just BS. And again, all the way back to the hotel, he's like, I'll wait here. You call or text me when you're ready. And he gives me his cell phone number. He's like, my name is Mosi. And I was like, cool. He's like, if there's a problem, you can call me Moses. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, Mosi's no problem, man. He's like, all right. And he's like, well, text me real quick. So I text him, and it pops up. He's like, all right, I got you, Steve. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I roll up back to the room real quick, and I'm telling these guys, I forgot my ID, blah, blah, blah. So I grabbed that, grabbed some cash, I roll back down. I'm trying to call the guy, and I'm not getting a signal now in the building. And I call him, nothing. And then I see it connect and disconnect. I'm like, oh, and I see him in the Cosmo place, and I start walking over, and he's like, runs out of the car. He opens the door like all like proper and stuff, like he's a chauffeur and shit. It's a really nice car, and like I've got my hood on and everything, and I duck in real quick, and everybody's looking and shit. Like, who's this? And he shuts the door, and he gets in, and we start going and shit. It was fucking cool. And every time I got out of the car back, like he always got out way like quick as fuck and would open it up so I wouldn't have to even touch the door. Man, he was ready every time. Like, it was cool as fuck. So I get back in, and I get to the dispensary, and they're like, all right, cool, you're back. They scan it in. Yay. I get in there, and they have 2 lines. There's like a normal line, and there's like 8 people in it. And then there's a pickup/medical line, prescription line. And I'm like, oh shit, I have a prescription. Fuck it. So I go over there for medical. The guy's like, medical or pickup? And I was like, oh, medical. I got my card. He's like, oh, yep. Come on up right away. And I'm like passing people. He's like, yep, you come here first. And I'm like, oh, sorry. And I felt bad because I'm like passing all these people who have been waiting. And I'm like, okay, let's make this quick. What do we need here? I need some joints. I need this. So I got a bunch of shit. And they were cool. And I got to talk to that dude about the podcast for a little bit. And then finally get out. And the dude's like, yeah, you got your stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I got my stuff. And he's like, all right, man. And he opened the door. We get back in, and we're heading back. We're talking about more shit, and I tell him about the podcast and stuff, and he's all excited about it, and about the big group and everything that we're all meeting and shit. And it was fucking cool. And dude's like, yeah, man, anytime you need a ride, we're here, man. Because he had a sedan, so it's only like a 4-person car. Right. He's like, anytime you need a ride, man, you call me up. I'll be there. Just give me 15 minutes notice, man. I got you anytime. I'm like, all right, brother, shit. So I hooked him up. I gave him like, here, man, it's like $90. I'm like, you were awesome. And I had a fucking great morning. Like, that was a great start. Like, we both said it. I was like, this is a good start to the morning, motherfucker. Like, this is awesome. Because, like, all the other people never talked.
And he never called Mosey again.
I didn't. I felt bad. Because every time I wanted to, I'm like, there's too many of us. And then the one time there wasn't, because we kept splitting up the 2 Ubers over 2 lists, and I'm like, fuck, every time we already order it, I'm like, I should call Mosey, fuck. Because somebody already ordered it before I would even think about it. And I'm like, I felt so bad. I'm like, damn it.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was like, next time we're out.
Next time you're in bed.
So anyway, he got his weed.
Yes, I did. And a great discount, because they hooked me the fuck up.
And what did we do after you got back? That's when we went looking for a place to have breakfast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we went and got food. Yeah. Because we looked for Ian after that. It was in the afternoon.
For Ian after that. So, first thing we did was go and get breakfast. Where did we eat at?
I couldn't tell you because at that point I had the weed. And not to say
he doesn't remember the rest of the trip.
The rest of it is all a blur.
It's gonna be very hazy.
Explain it.
And I'm not saying I didn't have weed at all in my system at that point. I definitely did. Like, I dropped milligrams before we got on the flight to get here or to Vegas. And then I got some when I got there from some other very generous people.
We crossed the road. We went through and into
Paris?
France.
Yeah.
Are you sure we didn't have breakfast then? Like, I'm
Maybe
pretty
we
sure
had it some other time.
Pretty sure breakfast was that day. Us hanging out at Bobby's Burger Flay or whatever the fuck.
That might have been it. Yeah.
Bobby's Burgers in the Paris
Bobby
casino.
Burger.
Oh, you know what? So we went and looked for Ian before that.
Yeah.
So we had to find Ian because Ian, our buddy from the UK, who sets this whole thing up, really the whole big group gathering from the Garmy there, he went missing, and we had to find him because his wife is not with us. She was still in the UK, and she was told he was gonna call her in 20 minutes, and it was 4 hours, and she couldn't get a hold of him. So we were tasked to find him, and we had a key to his room. Jeramey did. So we're like, all right, let's go find him. And luckily, we got over to Paris, walked through there, got up to his room, and he answered the door. We didn't have to like break in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did answer, and he was pretty exhausted and definitely had a good time the night prior. His room was trash. He was like freaking just like barely alive, like talking from like the side of his face while
telling the story of it like completely half asleep.
Like laying in bed, no blankets are really on him at all. Oh, it was great. But then he finally wakes up and stuff. When we start talking, he's moving around looking for stuff.
He also has bright red underwear, which I thought was a bold choice.
Yeah, he's a very bold person.
Apparently.
Yes, he is. Ian's amazing. But he started moving around and started getting stuff ready. And while he's in his underwear, he's just opening up his luggage. And, like, a good half of his luggage is just filled with all this candy he brought from the UK. Like, I'm gonna put all these pictures on the site. But yeah, I got a picture of it. He's just like, and he's separating them all in piles. He's got a little book. And he's, like, marking off who got what and shit. It was fucking funny as hell. And I was like, damn, dude. And then at that point, we went with him. Mm-hmm. Went and got downstairs in the Paris. Went and got burgers.
And finally got breakfast, which for me was
1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Massive burger, like larger than expected amount of fries, and I got an Oreo shake too, like a handmade Oreo shake, not the McDonald's one.
I forgot you got the shake.
Hell yeah, man, it was delicious.
Fuck, yeah, it did look good too.
That burger was actually fucking awesome.
I was surprised,
and for the price, it was reasonable in Las Vegas.
Especially
it was like $30 for everything I mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for $30 for a burger, fries, and a shake in Las Vegas is actually a reasonable deal.
Yeah, it's not. It really wasn't bad. I got like a rodeo burger, had a giant onion ring on it, and that was fucking awesome. Like that was great, like the barbecue and all that. And then
I just had a bacon burger. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it was freaking good. And then to come to find out, it's a Bobby Flay place after. Didn't even realize until we sat down and I looked at the bag.
We sat down and we were looking at the fucking menu on the fucking thing.
But it's funny because last time we went there. We walked through that area, I pointed it out. I'm like, look, there's a Bobby Flay thing, and down the way on the left is a Martha Stewart vineyard thing.
Yep.
Which is right across the way of us, I think.
That's exactly where we was. So anyway, we ate, and then what else did we do that first day?
We went back and chilled, because you wanted to, I think, was that first time we just chilled, or did we go to Illuminarium that night?
I think you guys went to Illuminarium.
Because the next picture I had was one of the walls, and this robot was talking to us, and all 8-bit, like, it was all, like, light bright themed.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. Like, it was all talking to you for like a little intro, and we all sat through that. And then it went into the whole.
Why are you showing me, motherfucker?
I know, he's showing.
Oh, he's seen them all?
Yeah.
I've seen it just without context.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He needs context on some of them. But yeah, we went to the Illuminarium, which is this giant building, and every room is this massive, and every wall has some graphics of like 8-bit art on it. And it's projected throughout the whole thing, that and the floor, just the ceiling's not. But they do it on purpose, because after like the show is done in that room, the walls change and you have games on certain walls, and depending on where you're stepping, it activates certain things. Like they had a Space Invaders type of thing on one wall, where one team is playing against another, and you're trying to step on these things to blow up the asteroids and stuff before hitting you. And another one was like a slot machine style to make your own creature. So you had to hit like different buttons to make a creature, and then it would go across the fucking screen and shit. It was fucking fun in there.
Wow.
But the best part is we all dropped like so many edibles and stuff, and we're high beforehand. So you're just like looking around like, this is just pretty as hell in here, man. I love it. This is so cool, all the colors and shit.
That's funny.
Hell yeah. But yeah, the Illuminarium was really great. Like, it was freaking gorgeous in there. There was like a dinosaur part at one point. It looks like Jurassic Park. And the whole, like, building is just lit the hell up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was neat. And then we came back at that point, and we went to Area 15.
Yeah, I think you guys went on to Area 15.
Oh, you didn't go to that one?
Yeah, I wasn't there for that either.
Because it was next door. Area 15 is another just giant, massive building that has a bunch of other stuff on the inside. It's kind of like a giant club, but without, like, all the people. There's just stores and stuff and, like, little places to hang out, like, all neon lights and music playing and shit. It's a couple stories. It's pretty neat. But inside is the Omega Mart, which has been advertised like crazy throughout Vegas by Meow Wolf. And it's a goofy, gimmicky supermarket. You walk in, it has all these weird little things on display instead of, like, regular foods and items. And then when you get to, like, the back where, like, the soda coolers are, you open up the door to the soda cooler and you walk in, and it's like a wavy hallway. It's all got glass on the sides, and there's bottles, and they're all distorted and wavy and stuff as you're walking through and shit. And then you get to the other end of it, and you're in this giant, like, 3-story mammoth, like, just look at all this weird, crazy art and shit. It was cool, man. Like, there was a nipple room. It was cool, man. You just walk through this thing, it looked
Sorry, I missed the
in there.
nipple room.
Yeah, it's okay.
The nipple room.
It was pretty fun. But inside there was this giant, like, neon tree thing that we sat under this little bar. And I don't drink anymore, and they're all drinking, and then they're like, holy shit, Smokey, check it out. And I looked at one of the drinks. It was a mocktail, no alcohol, but it had THC in it. So I was like, oh shit. So I was able to drink with everybody. I had my THC drink, and it just kept it going a little bit further. It was nice. But it was cool, because at that point, like, Gina was there and stuff, and we had, like, the light-up hats, and we're all going through there, like, just having a ball, man. It was great. Yeah, because Sam
Kind of sorry I
with
missed
us.
it, but...
It was fun, man. Yeah, it was the cod piece I found that I wanted to get. Sweaty cod piece. Yeah, because that's what it looked like. I wanted to get that, but
So
it was
anyway.
like $270.
207.
Before we get too much more invested in the story, this is where I have to kind of derail things and talk about something that
Yeah.
came up during...
Hey, this is Grab and Brisket Podcast. Join us every Monday where we talk about the latest trends in barbecue, interviews with world top pitmasters, celebrity cooks,
Ooh, like Wee Man from Jackass.
and musicians.
Like Rich O'Toole?
So check us out. We do beer reviews, barbecue fails.
So many fires.
Dude, a lot of people just burn their houses down for no reason.
We also talk about cocaine hippos versus meth gators,
Learn how to make some tailgate gravy.
altercations with Texas Rangers.
People throwing Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, so check out grabthebrisket.com for podcast info, viral social media posts, and so much more.
So the reason I didn't go was because in Las Vegas you have to walk everywhere,
Yes.
pretty much. You don't... I mean, you could bring your own car, but
Oh,
it's...
fuck that.
It's already clogged with, like, you know, Ubers and Lyfts and ride shares and taxis and, you know, trucks trying to bring shit into the actual casinos and yada yada yada. It's just driving around that area is a big mess, and
True.
it's preferable to walk. However, you know, being a large man, I have difficulties walking for long periods of time, which unfortunately is what Las Vegas pretty much requires of you 24/7.
Yeah.
So I was like, after the first day, we just walked across the street and like down 2 casinos, but then inside that casino we were walking all over the place.
Yeah, trying to find
And it was a very
eat.
large place, and so, you know, by the time we got back to the apartment, my legs were just fucked, and my back was fucked, and I'm like, oh man, I can't do this, blah blah blah. So the very next day I brought this up to the group, and I'm like, I don't know if there's something we should do or like what, and I think we wound up like going somewhere real quick. We did another walk, if I recall, but this one wasn't as torturous.
Was that next morning, was that the pub? Or was that the morning after that? I'm sure that was Friday
It
morning.
could have been the pub.
Because that's the next picture I have. This I was wondering. I wasn't sure if that was the pub. Then you ordered your thing.
Yeah, maybe. I think I ordered my thing like that day.
Yeah. We talked about it.
Yeah, we went to the pub
Which was awesome. The Irish pub.
at 6 a.m.
Yes.
This was the dumbest part of the whole thing. Is like, we're gonna go there at 6 in the fucking morning, but it's a live feed from England, and it's
Yeah.
a lot later there.
Yeah.
So in order to actually see the game, we had to get up in the ass end of the morning, and like almost all the Garmy showed up, which was cool.
Yeah, that was
The
fun.
game was pretty good and enjoyable, but that pub was cool, man. They had actual breakfast food, and they had a bunch of they had a shitload of Irish whiskeys.
Yeah.
And if you were a whiskey fan, this place would have been very cool to try out all
hell
these
yeah.
different whiskeys.
Irish coffees. Everybody was drinking the Irish coffees
Everybody
that
was
morning
having Irish
too with the
coffees,
shamrock
yeah.
in it. That was cool.
Except for me and Stevie,
Oh,
who
yeah,
had
okay.
actual coffees.
Yeah, I had like 5. I had 5 fucking coffees in that place,
The
dude.
coffee was good.
That was amazing.
It was very
And our
good.
server, she was cool as fuck. I loved their accent. Oh my
but
god.
I got like a full fucking like a Denny's Grand Slam almost for
Yeah.
this place, and it was delicious. Like everything was so good. I'm like, damn, like this Irish pub rocks.
Yeah, it's right there. I love it there. Yeah, that place is so amazing. And yeah, I brought my nipple tassels and the
Yes, you did.
the stickers and stuff there for everybody.
Of course.
Yep, which was fun because you have to. But yeah, I love that pub. And that's what, everybody was pretty much there because Bridget was there, good Jody was there, bad Jody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was freaking fun as hell. And that's where Erin left her sweater.
Oh yeah, Erin lost her sweater.
Because we were there like all morning till the afternoon, pretty much. Almost to the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like I think 1 or 2. We finally left, but not before going to the gas station down the way and buying more drinks, which was funny considering how many drinks we had back at the apartment. I'm actively making this worse.
We're just adding more shit that we don't need.
Why on earth did half of us even go to this place? But anyway, we went back to the apartment, and I called a mobility scooter place and asked if they could get me one today. And sure enough, I was able to get one for 3 days for about $125.
Not bad.
So about $40 a day.
Yeah,
not bad. It's I certainly couldn't complain because now it was so much easier to get around. Whatever damage could have been done to my pride for having to get something like that, the sheer amount of joy in driving this thing was it was infectious. I was having a ball.
He was.
I was having so much fun. I'm like, ooh, cat, 10 points. Not literally, but it was a lot of fun to just goof around.
I love when you backed up, you'd hit the horn.
There's a little button to make a horn noise, but it's not exactly a horn. It's more like a beep. So I was like, okay. So every time I reversed, I would just deliberately hit the button. Beep, 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 beep.
It was funny. It was so funny.
So goofy.
Yeah,
so goofy.
Man.
But that thing could
haul.
Move. That thing could haul ass. I was impressed at how fast it could go. Literally, threw my head back.
Yeah, all of a sudden he would just be gone. It's like, holy fuck, he took off.
But I eventually figured out it took a day and a half to really get the hang of it. But I eventually figured out how best to drive it while walking in a group. Because you want to you can hold the handles down all the way and that will be max speed. But there's a knob that determines what your max speed is. So you set that to the average walking speed of the group, and then you're able to just and if you need to slow down, you can let off in the handles just a little bit, or if you let off too much, it
stops.
Fucking hell.
Oh shit!
It took some getting used to, but I actually enjoyed the process, and I started coming out on doing much more stuff. Hanging out while they all smoked.
Yeah, because everybody was smoking.
There was a nice little smoking area just downstairs and in just to the side of the parking lot. It was pretty sweet. So I don't know what else we did that day. I just remember goofing off on the fucking motor scooter, but then not actually using it for a day and a half. We didn't really go anywhere close by.
Yeah.
We went to places that required an Uber to get there.
Yep. Yeah, we couldn't get the scooter in there, because there was so many of us already.
Or there were places where we literally just couldn't bring the scooter because we couldn't put it into an Uber. Can't take it apart. It's like a small tank.
Right. Yeah. That thing was fucking fun.
And it weighed a ton. It was a good luck carrying it around.
I think at that point is when oh god, I don't remember. I know I got Angel at that point. Gina brought Angel in. The little giraffe.
That wasn't when we went out. We went out the next day, I thought.
Was it the next day?
We
just hung out that night.
Yeah,
then.
we just hung out that night.
Because I was getting tired.
And then Thursday in Vegas, we met up with the whole crew, everybody.
Yeah, because we all met at some other place. Fuck. I don't know where it was, but I got a picture of everybody there.
We did Fremont Street that night. I don't remember what we did in the morning. It wasn't the pub again, though.
No. Fuck, I don't remember. I don't remember much of anything.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had a great time.
Stuff happened.
So eventually we went down to Fremont Street, where the people watching fun is to be had. And also it's closer to the old strip, so there's a lot of older style casinos down there.
Yeah.
which is cool.
We went to Retainer Park. That's where we got our food and we hung out. Before we went down to Fremont Street. I got a hot dog and we had our hat. That's where we got the jelly beans.
Yep, that was where the sweet store. That's where the sweet store was.
I saw a candy store.
That was a good night.
That was fun.
We hung out and I got, I think, 2 slices of pizza from the Mob Pizza place, which I was like, that's cool. That's the name of it. It wasn't Mafia Run.
Yeah.
Or as far as I can tell.
Yes.
But pizza was surprisingly good for being Las Vegas. I was like, there's no real... no pizza's ever going to be as good as New York pizza, but...
No, it won't.
It was all right for what it was. And we hung out as a group for, I think, first time. Just chilling down there.
Yeah, because the group was still kind of split up a little bit. There were 2 different tables because there was not a lot of seats. But one was closer to a band, and we were further away from the band and shit, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Then we all went to Fremont from there.
Yeah, and we, as much as I wanted to just stay at Container Park because we were all having a great time.
Just chill.
This is where we got the group pictures from.
Yeah, I love those pictures. Oh, they were so good.
That was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with Gina Wells from the Fink Show.
Yeah,
she was a lot of fun.
Gina Wells.
And we just rolled from there, I think, into Fremont Street and just walked all the way down.
Oh god, there was so many people. It was.
We finally eventually stopped at this other casino, and everybody just started playing.
Oh, it was across the street from the the El Cortez.
I got a fucking sweet alcohol smoothie.
Oh, that's what you got when you were over there?
It was a hurricane, that's what it was.
Yeah.
A hurricane smoothie. It was delicious. It's like a mixed drink smoothie. I'm like, oh man, this is the best thing I've ever had. So good.
That's
mildly
awesome.
wasted at that point.
Yeah, because at that point, I was like, I'm going to go fuck around or something, and I was told I could, but I wasn't allowed to leave the building.
No, you weren't.
And I was like, okay, and I left, and then I found Ian and everybody. I was like, oh shit.
He's the only person who started gambling, and most of them started making money.
Yeah.
Like
that was awesome. We all just started putting money into the same machine. We all just kept playing together, taking turns.
Meanwhile, I'm chilling at the bar with my hurricane smoothie, talking to some of the Garmy members who also didn't want to gamble and didn't really have anywhere else to go. So I think Sam and Joe hung out with me, and that's where I got to know each of them.
Cool.
It turns out Joe is a fellow board game enthusiast, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we swapped our favorites and talked a little bit about that. And I tried to get to know Sam a little bit. And basically just waited for y'all to get tired. I think 11 o'clock rolled around. Everyone was like, I think we're all just going to go.
Yeah, because I got a message from you guys as we were cashing out. And it's like, oh,
and we all walked, like, Sam back to her car.
Yeah, because she was parked far the fuck away.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, where are you parked? She's like, oh, I'm just a few blocks
like,
away.
We could have gotten an Uber after a short bit, but we decided, no, let's
how about we walk with you? She's like, okay.
It's not
far.
Las Vegas is a touristic place, sure, but it's not the safest place in the world.
Yeah, not at all. Oh, the candy. I'm sorry. We bought some candy cigarettes.
We were eating the jelly beans for like the next 3 days. It was
good.
Glorious.
It was. And then after that, we went back and just hung out and smoked.
We went back and hung out and smoked. That finished the 3rd day. 4th day was the day of the Italian.
Yeah.
The Italian restaurant.
Then
what did we do during the day?
We went to that the Bellagio. They had
we went to the Bellagio. This was my.
It was like a fairy garden inside. It was like lifelike.
It was super cool.
It was
like,
neat as fuck in there.
Impressive that they like grew and shaped everything in there.
Yeah, God, it looked so neat. And they actually had like all the labels for everything, like the white pumpkins and shit. And yeah, there was actually a waterfall coming off that one tree. Yeah, it was neat. They did a great job. What did we do after the botanical? I just remember going to the botanical garden. Oh, and that's when I stole your scooter. Or tried to steal your scooter. But apparently, Erin took the key and it wouldn't let me.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Yeah, because then we just walked through Caesars at that point.
Yeah, I let you ride it at some point, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I was gonna say.
But then after that, like, we all just hung out, and then we went to the Italian place that night. Because we hung out outside and saw the giant sphere thing doing stuff, like...
Oh, yeah. That Italian place rocked, by the way.
That place was amazing.
It was so good. It reminded me of DeFlippo's a little bit, but even DeFlippo's
long-ass tables, just everybody sitting at them.
Yeah, it's kind of cramped, but also kind of cozy at the same time.
Yeah.
The kind of place where you automatically get a cappuccino for dessert.
Nice.
And
Table
also
wine.
Free red and white table wine.
All throughout the table, just sitting there.
Gotta have it with your
as much as you want.
Yeah,
though,
unlimited. You could just sit there and drink.
Unbelievably unlimited. And almost every fucking platter came with some form of pasta. So even my fucking steak. I got a fucking steak and it came with ziti with meat sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, we were fed so fucking good at this
That's a
place.
true Italian
And it
restaurant.
wasn't that
Oh my
expensive,
God.
especially for all you got. Like, you got a
it was
lot.
about
You were lucky
60
they let you walk out with
It
just
was
one
about
meal.
It was about $66 a person, which
Yeah.
genuinely, like,
I thought it was gonna be a lot
considering-
more than that the way it was
Considering
going.
my dad spent like $200 at a steakhouse for four of us
Yeah.
back in the
It's not bad, yeah.
the early aughts, I think. I thought it was a pretty good deal, all things being equal, and it was a delicious meal. My God, it was so good,
It was fucking amazing.
so good.
Oh my god. God, what we do? Oh, after that we went back and played games, right?
Yep.
Is that when Book
Stevie
Daddy?
and I got into a Connect Four war that ended in a draw.
Yep.
We each
did.
won one game, and Stevie was like, "I refuse to play you again.
Yep.
It will always be in limbo. We will always be tied."
Yep.
Connect Four.
That way we both have a win.
Until one day when
He was so
they get bored and
convinced
play
that I was going to
Connect Four.
utterly destroy.
Yep. I'm like, you know what? No, we're good. I'll take the win each. I'm leaving this entire trip winning. The entire trip is a
He
win.
did. To be
Breaking
fair.
even.
Yeah. Every time I gambled, I won.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a lot, but you know, it was enough. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right. And then, like, that shit was great. But yeah, we went back and hung out.
Yeah.
We started to record stuff. I haven't really listened to that yet, so I got to see how that turned out.
I don't think very well, but
Neither do I.
our fifth and final full day in Vegas was it started good. We went to the RT Museum
Yeah.
just around the corner from our
That was
casino.
cool as fuck in there.
It was almost identical to that Area 15 place. It was just video
It's
walls.
inside.
Yeah.
Just video walls
That's
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. The entire place is covered in video walls.
it's
So
just
they just
playing.
have like 3D distortion, so you walk in, it feels like you're standing next to a waterfall. There was the infinite waterfall room, which was really cool. They
That
had
was
mirrors
really
on the
neat.
floor and the ceiling. So it
Just
just looked like it
continues.
went forever.
They had another room with just those orbs that were all just hanging, suspended from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just mirrored walls everywhere as well. Like the Infinity thing, it was like a 20 by 20 room. And it's just these floating orbs that would all glow in sequence together. And that's it. It would just go in. Oh, it's so cool. In
Just,
there.
just a wild sensory experience, which I thought was so cool. Oh, the animals. The animals. There was this interactive display where you could scan an image, and the image would bring the animal that you drew to life. Now, it wasn't like you could just draw any old shit. It was basically a shape of an animal that you just filled in.
Right, template pretty much.
So it was always going to be like a deer, an elephant, a fucking
Fox.
a fox, a wolf. You know, so everybody just kept drawing the same animals. These fuckers were like, well, let's just draw words. So there's a deer marching along with Fane on its side, like a big white letters.
I love it.
There's another one coming along. This is BFYTW, eat a bean, you know, shit like that. It was so funny to watch those just walking
The
by.
Thane one looks like it's bloody, man. It looks like it died. Look at that. Like somebody like smeared blood all over this freaking thing.
That horse is bloody.
Well, like,
Yep.
oh my god, it's awesome.
That was a super fun part of the trip, for sure.
That's so
It's
good.
definitely a wild sensory experience.
Yeah, that was neat. Like that was fun for me. Like we all dropped again more edibles and went.
And
to
then
do
at the
that.
end of the museum, we paid the extra to get like some tea, in like a
Yeah.
interactive tea room.
Oh, and there was an interactive museum that actually showed real artwork and shit
Oh,
in that
yeah,
one
yeah.
room. Throughout the entire room, it would change like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, there were these exhibits that were like, I want to say visual storytelling, but not really.
Yeah.
I mean, they changed
Visual
the video
artworks.
walls. Yeah, visual art
Like
basically.
from actual like artwork.
to show you like images of Las Vegas and like fucking the nearby place that Stevie'd been, the dry place. I can't remember what it was called. You
That
knew
place.
it. You knew it by name though. You'd been there.
I can't remember.
Somewhere out in the desert, basically.
Yeah.
So they had video of that.
Arches
like,
Park in Utah.
And then they also had like masterpieces, like art masterpieces, like animated slightly, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool seeing it because it looked like 3D
Yeah.
as it was moving through and shit.
But then after we finished, we went to this like tea room where you put the glass down on the table, and the table would suddenly glow. You'd see the moon through your tea, and then like surrounding your glass. No matter where you moved it, would be this like little clump of like flower petals just floating magically in the air underneath, and it was just like it was a neat little wild thing. They were like, and I was like, I couldn't tell if it was being projected down or if it was coming up through
Right?
the,
I
like,
think it was down, but
LCD from the TV or something. But
Yeah.
I genuinely had no idea how they did it, but it was cool.
it was neat.
definitely
Just trying to
cool.
fuck with it and shit.
And the tea was delicious, by the way. There were only 2 choices, which I thought was kind of. I'm like, come on, you gotta have more.
Right? Yeah, you
teas than
had. What
just
kind did
2.
you have?
I had it was the golden white bear tea, or I can't remember what it was called. Golden. I know it was golden something.
Yeah, I had the strawberry one.
The
Yeah.
golden something milk tea.
Okay, yeah. We had a strawberry milk tea. Ours was no joke, just strawberry quick.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, because it's cold. It tastes just like fucking strawberry quick. That's all it was.
But mine, even though it was like milk tea, I thought that was going to be awful.
Yeah.
It was actually really good. I really liked it.
Wasn't bad at all.
And I tasted the strawberry one. Yeah, it did taste exactly like strawberry quick, but it was still delicious.
No complaints at all.
Yeah, it was good. It was yummy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
After that is where we took you to your surprise, I think, right?
Yeah.
We had to go back first.
Erin and Kristin felt so bad that I was having so much trouble getting around and whatnot. They were like, we're going to surprise them with a trip to Player One.
Yeah.
We went back to the arcade where you and I had a great time
Hell
last
yeah.
time. So we spent most of the day there, just hanging out. They had an actual Twilight Zone pinball machine, so I made full fucking use of it.
Fuck yeah.
Although I appear to have gotten much, much worse at that game with age.
Mm.
Like, I was getting stomped so hard. And I was like, what has happened? Have my hands failed me? Have I just lost the mental acuity I used to have to play pinball? What the fuck?
I sucked at all the pinball games. I don't think I broke like 5 million on any of them.
And the sad part was, like, most of the stuff that we really wanted to play was broken.
Yeah.
That part sucked.
Like, the Guitar Hero machine, one of the
Yeah.
guitars didn't work.
At all.
We got, like, fucking, what was it?
A couple of the gun games didn't work right.
Yeah, the guns did not aim
fucked
properly. Like, they were either miscalibrated or just fucked, one of the two. Like, all the pinball games work great. Like, whoever they have maintaining their pinball machines is doing an outstanding job.
It's because money's coming into those, that's why.
Yeah, but whoever is, like, maintaining the rest of the shit is just bad. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you
That's
have
kinda
it?
sad.
Why do you have it here if it's in
We
this
should get a
kind of
bigger
condition?
discount for that shit. Like, half your shit didn't work right.
Yeah.
Like, I'd want some of my money back.
Yeah.
Well. But, you know, it was a good time. Like, I put BFY as a high score in a lot of the Pac-Man type games. I was like, I don't give a fuck, BFY, as much stuff as I could find. It was great. It
We
was a
sat
good
at the
time.
bar. We had a giant pretzel.
That was cool.
I
That
tried a
pretzel was
couple
good.
of. I tried a couple of their ciders. They were pretty good.
Heck yeah, I had a mocktail. She made me a mocktail with an energy drink in it.
They had a mead that was no joke for a 5-ounce glass, $50.
Damn.
I was like, that's insane.
Oh my god.
What is it made of? Like a honey bear's ass? Like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's probably some like iced wine mead or some shit. Iced mead. Yeah.
Fucking-
That shit was always stupid expensive.
It was crazy how expensive it was, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, I would like to try a mead, but not for that much money.
No.
No, thank you. For that much, I should get the fucking bottle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, for sure. 50 fucking bucks.
And
be
a
the whole fucking
blow
bottle.
job.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it was fun there. I had fun. I wish if more of the games worked, I would have been a lot more happier.
Yeah, same
part
here,
was kinda
same here.
irritating.
But having said that, like
And they were also understaffed. So
I
it
could
was kinda hard to get shit
spend
done.
I could spend entire days playing the Twilight Zone pinball machine.
Mm.
I do not care. I could just be there forever
Yeah.
and be a happy boy.
Mm-hmm. That was so much
It
fun.
is so much fun to play.
Mm.
So anyway, and then we went from there to our final stop, which was the New York casino. We were supposedly
Oh my
trying
God.
to meet up with Ian, but it never actually happened.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the Bee Gees
The GBs.
The GBs.
The fucking, like an Australian Bee Gees tribute band.
Cover band or something, like the official
I
tribute
can't remember.
band or
I can't remember what they were actually called. I think they were just called the Australian Bee Gees.
Yeah, something like
it was
that.
a dumb name, so I just kept calling them the GBs.
The GBs. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, man, let's do this. And we were all planning on going, and Ian was going to get the tickets for everybody who was going to go. But he didn't get them ahead of time. He was going to get them right before, and then the price skyrocketed up. Like an extra, like, $40 per ticket or something stupid, or $20 extra. It was a lot more. All of a sudden, it just went up. I'm like, no. That's
and
a lot
everybody was like, no.
We can't. Even he did, too. He's like, no, we're not. So he opted to go just hang out and just drink or something at the piano bar.
The rest of us went to, was it Cafe Americana? Or Cafe American. It was like one of the two. It was very, American sort of, not exactly patriotic themed, but it was just very.
Oh, yeah.
They had a map of America, like, that made up part of the structure of the building. It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
We were sitting right under it. And it was that was a great buffet breakfast place.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd known how great that place was,
Would have been earlier.
Would have gone way earlier. It was so good.
I got a BLT that was fucking banging, man. That shit was
genuinely like higher than Denny's quality food and roughly Denny's quality prices.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas.
Damn.
And it was
in New York,
yeah.
no less. It's not even like it was like the cheaper hotels and shit.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was surprising.
But it was so good. It was so good. I had like I think what was it, waffles or no, it was French toast with fruit.
Oh yeah.
And whipped cream, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. This is incredible. So good. So good. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, we got Pepsi with grenadine in it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Hell yeah.
Got our drinks over there.
Hell yeah.
Had to get that
That's what
shit.
you gotta do.
Yo. Oh my gosh, we went back after. Or no, then we went. What did we do after that?
We gambled.
We did go gamble. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was my first gambling at all the entire trip.
No shit.
The only gambling I ever did. I took $40 in cash that Stevie had given me for paying for one of his meals. Took it to a machine, blew through it in 30 seconds, and then just watched everybody else gamble for the rest of the evening.
Sounds about my experience.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? It was dumb. If I was going to gamble on anything, I should have done Texas Hold'em, which is the only game I really know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you should have played some cards.
But I didn't. I wound up using it at the slot machine instead.
Yeah.
Tried to win a quick $12,000. That would have been nice.
That would have been awesome. That would have paid for more than the trip. Would have been huge.
Would have been nice. Would have been super nice.
Mm.
Would have made my upcoming truck cheap as balls.
Yeah, right? Jeez, after that... Okay, so after that, I think is when we started calling it quits. Everybody started splitting off, saying goodbyes for the most part.
Because Jody had already said goodbye that morning.
At that point. And you guys went back to the hotel. Or we all went back momentarily. But then Jeramey and I wanted to stay out or something. To find Ian.
Wild. Yeah.
Because we wanted to go hang out with them at the piano bar for a little while.
Yeah.
Bridget and Jody.
But
Good Jody.
Stevie and I had to be up in the morning, and I was already exhausted.
Yeah, so we only stayed out for a little bit. You went back.
I went back pretty early.
So did the girls.
I wanted
too.
to get some decent sleep before the flight. Didn't wind up happening.
Oh, yeah.
I'd been sleeping on the couch sofa pull out, or sometimes just the couch. And through it all, like, my back did not get any better. Like, it was just an unpleasant sleeping experience all around. So they offered to let me have Jody's and Jason's bed because they had left that morning. They didn't need it, but Erin still had the whole room.
Right.
So I went and slept up there on a real bed for the first time the entire trip. Could not get a fucking wink. Could not sleep for the life of me. And I was like, why is this bed worse than a piece of crap sofa? I should have just stayed on the sofa.
Oh, that sucks.
I was miserable. But anyway, it all turned out okay in the end.
Yeah.
Because the following day was the flight home.
Well, that night
Stevie did the smartest thing he'd done the entire trip.
Hold on, that night when you left, there was more going on. You left.
Oh, yeah.
Jeramey and I went out to hang out with them. We couldn't get into the piano bar because of how packed it fucking was. And if you left, you couldn't get back in because there was a line waiting.
Jesus Christ.
So we hung out on the other side by the door, the exit door, because that's where they were sitting. So we were like banging on the door, fucking with them. Mm-hmm. And then we got to the bar, and he and I got to play poker for like a half hour, listening to music while we were there. And then we were like, fuck it, we can't get in. We said goodbye to them through the door. We're like, let's go gamble ourselves. We're both wired. We both put money into a machine, Wheel of Fortune. We were there for another hour and a half, and we won double our money back on that. Then we rolled back, and we're like, I wonder if there's someone want to play board games or not. We'll find out. We head back, and you were in the other room, already passed out, and the girls were in our room, just chilling, like, at the table, BSing. So we started just having fun, and that's when girl Erin started to do the review of her Oreo Coke thing she got.
Oh.
So I had her do the review. She already did it for her cameo or whatever, but I didn't see it. So like, oh, record it for me. I want to see it. So I made her do it, and we're doing it. And then at the end of she did it. It was 2 minutes and 19 seconds, right? I instantly recorded a 1 second thing real fast, and then I was like, oh crap, it didn't record. Like I only did the 1 second. Can you do it again? So I made her start doing it again, dude. These videos are fucked up. So I don't want to tell you what happens, but I'm gonna put all 3 videos up in sequence. I'm gonna put them all together in one video, but I'm gonna put them up so you guys can see what I did to this poor woman.
What did you do?
It is fucking wrong.
What did you do?
But it was our last night, and I wanted to make sure they remembered us. So you're so fucked up.
Yeah, they remember you. It's fucking like, what the? This asshole made me do this thing over and over again.
But yeah, so that was awesome. We had like a great time. I mean, it sucked you were asleep and all for that last bit, but it was great. Like we had such a fucking ball with everybody, and I already missed everybody so hard. I'm like, oh yeah, I miss them all.
We did have to go, and as I said, Stevie did the smartest thing he'd done the entire trip.
Yeah.
He set his air ticket back for wheelchair assistance.
Oh yeah.
Which got us more bonuses than I think we expected. We basically skipped the entire TSA line.
Yep.
Because I was with him. I was pushing his wheelchair.
You got the
so
help.
I was the helper. So
Why do you think I go everywhere with this guy?
I mean,
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
Skip lines, motherfucker.
I didn't realize it was so potent.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh, we didn't even talk about on the way there either about the one thing at Buffalo Airport.
Well,
The USO thing.
If you want, you sure go.
Yeah, I just want to mention because it is cool in case anybody does or anybody who does travel. If you're a veteran or a family member or a friend of a veteran, a lot of airports have these USO rooms. It's like rooms away from everywhere else where you can go. It's quieter, comfier chairs, free drinks, snacks, food, TV. Place this away from everybody else. Usually it helps a lot if you have PTSD, just somewhere to get away. But they're in the airports. All you gotta do is pretty much sign in saying, yeah, I'm the veteran that's here, and you get to relax.
Yeah.
So we got to do that before we jumped on the Buffalo flight out, which was nice.
And you can bring guests, too, which is how I got in.
It's fucking awesome. Just sat in Lazy Boys.
That room was
Sorry.
super
When
cool.
we went to Washington, and him and I just went there, we did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right into the USO room. And just
Super
sat
cool.
there
Yeah,
waiting
why
for
sit
our
by
plane.
your gate when you can sit in fucking honest to goddamn luxury?
Yeah.
Fucking Lazy Boys and shit.
Watching, like,
super cushion.
parental court.
Free coffee and food, like whatever you want, like snacks and stuff, like tons of stuff. I was like, this is way better than just sitting down by a gate waiting to board.
Those hard-ass chairs.
Those ridiculously hard cheers.
For veterans.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to mention it just in case.
I'm super happy for him. I want it for me too.
Right, it should be forever.
That sucked.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I agree, but like, yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
It's really cool that they do that. For
They even
them.
have like a quiet room across the hall that like nobody's allowed to like it's
Go
just
in at
going,
all,
you know,
yeah.
just the lights are dimmer and shit, and there's like a small quiet TV on in there.
So yeah, we played the disabled card.
Yep.
And I pushed Stevie in a wheelchair all around that airport.
Yeah.
Dude came up from the Southwest and said, "Hey, I'm gonna get you in first. You know, so just come in with the thing."
Yeah.
So because Stevie was both a veteran and wheelchair accessible, we got brought to the front of the boarding line.
So fucked up.
Like not front, like we were like 10 or 15
But
people
still.
on, but still,
It
we
was
were
up
like,
there.
we can sit where we wound up sitting in like the 8th row. We went like 2 rows farther than we actually had to.
Yeah, just cause.
But it was like,
Just give some people some more space. All right, cool. Look at these. And we had the
and
room.
we took like an entire half row. We had the space, the seat between us unoccupied. We're like, if someone comes by, Stevie will come into the middle.
Yeah.
We'll just deal
That'll
with
be
it.
fine.
But you know, until someone does, we're just gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here.
And then somehow, despite the flight being nearly full, like
Five
seats
seats?
open,
Yeah.
one of our seat was one of the 5. So
Like, yes.
we both had so
It
much
was
like
nice. And I
It
checked,
was
and we
so
both checked our
comfy.
bags. So all we had was one bag. Like I had my backpack, he had his little
I
laptop
had my
bag. That
little
was
laptop
it.
bag. That
Like
was
it was chill.
That was it. We just relaxed. That flight was so much better than the flight.
Yeah.
So much
And
better.
quick as fuck.
Yeah.
That pilot was fast coming back.
Yeah. 4 hours and 20 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Almost on the nose.
I finished the second half of Thane with like about half hour left, maybe 20 minutes left. It was awesome. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
Thane audiobook available now.
Uh-huh. God damn it.
Yeah, no, the flight was great, the trip was great, and then we just went back to the parking spot, grabbed the car, and took you home, dropped you off.
Yeah.
Then I hooked the dispensary up, went to our sponsored dispensary, Peace, Love, and Bud, and Self-Transit in Lockport, New York. Tell them BFYTW sent you. Got myself a very nice blunt and a very nice vape. Nick was there, he hooked me up he told me what I needed. So I'm like, I don't know. He's like this, and I'm like, okay. Came home, saw the family, smoked the blunt, and chilled. Slept until I had to go to work the next morning to go cook breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been a very
I
tiring
got home,
week.
I ordered a pizza because I didn't have it in me to try and make anything with what I had in the house.
Yeah.
And after I ate, I just watched a couple episodes of CSI and passed the fuck out at like 9 p.m. like a 90-year-old man.
Yes.
But I was so tired. I was just like, fuck it.
My body was wrecked. By the time I got home, I was feeling everything.
Yeah.
Like it all started hurting bad. I'm like, okay, here's all the pain now. The adrenaline just got me going. But then I know we missed a lot, and I know we rushed through this because we're just like chilling, trying to play games and get something recorded for this week.
Yeah. Neither of us had it in us to do an episode after the.
No, we did that rushed one real quick. Augie and I did, and then I'm like, all right, we're tired. But no, it was great. I know we missed a lot, and I kind of feel bad we missed it. But maybe we can bring some other people on and talk to some other people about it at some point,
man.
and we'll recap some more stuff.
Any questions on?
No, honestly.
Everybody sends their love to you. They wish you were there.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Bridget.
like everybody.
Bridget, 100%.
Jody, the Farleys, everybody. Yeah, they wish
But
you were
yeah,
there.
I mean, yeah, I've been to Vegas before, so I kind of know what you guys were experiencing there. But yeah, it did sound like you had a good time.
Oh God.
And yeah, it's good. Like that, utilize what you have access to, because like it really does help.
It does.
Yeah.
Handicapping yourself is
Yep.
a good way to enjoy your vacation.
It's true.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah. And if you're gonna medicate hard, because I know I should have fucked it.
You don't remember
He doesn't
any.
remember.
I really
any.
don't, man. Like
Just remember he had vacation.
I had to easily through $300 worth of weed that week, like easily. Like it was,
Alright.
and it was worth it, every penny. So thank you guys for a phenomenal vacation. I got nothing else other than that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fucking
that's
fun.
gonna be it.
Hell yeah, and that's it.
Thanks for listening. We got a hockey game to finish.
Hell yeah, we gotta finish this hockey game. We're gonna crush these fools.
Hell yeah.